Welcome, everybody. This is Mark in New Jersey, and this is day 8 of the West Coast 21 Days program, and it's day 79 of the National 21 Days program. So for today, Sunday, we are combining the two 21-day courses. So as I introduce tonight's meditation and foot soak, this is your chance to get ready for the foot soak. So if you're not quite ready with your basin, salt, rinse, and towel, here's your chance. If you're new to one of these Sahaja Yoga online programs, welcome. You're going to have a very enjoyable time. You can catch up on missed classes by watching the recordings, which are on our website. And also you can work one-on-one with a Sahaja Yoga teacher, either in a breakout room during the Zoom session, or you can also request a mentor as part of the course. In other words, a teacher who will work with you one-on-one. Today's topic is developing patience. And so we'll have a short introduction to that idea of how does it relate to our spiritual ascent. We'll have a foot soak and meditation together. We'll enjoy a short excerpt of a talk of Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And then, this being Sunday, we'll then go into breakout rooms for people who are with us in Zoom. And that's your chance to be in a small group, sometimes one-on-one, often 3 or 5 in a breakout room, and a chance to ask questions and get some personal attention from a Sahaja Yoga teacher, and also meet other people who are part of the course. So, developing patience. I was in India, and they said, Shri Mataji is coming. We were at some place in India, and Shri Mataji was going to arrive somewhere. So we stood, and we waited. And we waited. And Shri Mataji did not arrive, and we just waited. And maybe an hour went by with us just standing and waiting. And what I came to learn was that nothing Shri Mataji did with us was accidental or by chance. She was showing us that we could wait and that we would enjoy the waiting, just standing in meditation, awaiting our teacher, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And the same thing can happen when you're waiting for the dentist. The dentist is delayed, you're sitting in the waiting room or in the office, and there's just the walls around you, and you just can wait. You can just go into meditation and enjoy the break from the normal routine where there's all the distractions of the computer at home, and instead, you're just waiting. Because we live in a culture that we sort of lost the importance of waiting, the skill of waiting. We have instant click on the website, minute rice, instant noodles, instant oatmeal. Everything has to happen right now. But living things, if they're growing, can take some time. So you take home a small plant and you add water to it, and it's not probably going to double in size the next day. It's going to grow at whatever pace is built in for it. And if you're with a small child, you'll notice that they do grow, they do get bigger, they do eat more, they have much more energy, but day by day, it might be imperceptible. That attitude of patience is vital to understanding our own spiritual growth as well. That I am growing at the speed that my own inner spiritual guide, my mothering energy, my Kundalini, has decided that this is the best speed for me to gradually let go of all the things that are holding me back, all the extra thinking, all the extra worrying, all the disturbing memories, everything that stands in my way from the person I want to become. And that changing from the inside out, when it's real, can sometimes take a while. So as we're enjoying the meditation, sitting there, having those moments where we're completely silent inside, enjoying being with other people and meditating and feel how that nourishes us and supports us. But also we can notice that sometimes it can seem that weeks and months are going by, and what has happened? How am I different? Am I a more patient person? And what's happening is that our inner spiritual growth is taking place, but it's taking place at the speed that's going to work for us. So you might have a friend doing Sahaja Yoga meditation, and they're like, wow, I just stopped this bad habit, and I just, stopped worrying about this, and look at how many things are changing with me. And you look at yourself going, wow, I still think too much, I still worry too much, I still react too much. When am I going to change? And it'll be at the right time. And sometimes you'll change in a very subtle way, and you might not even notice. And then somebody else might say, wow, you're so calm. And you think, me, calm? I have a wristwatch taped to my forehead, looking in the mirror all the time. What time is it? What time is it? Am I late? But then you just realize I'm growing, I'm enjoying. Things are going to happen when they happen, and not a minute before that. So when we're meditating, our goal is to go into the silence and then just wait. Just breathe. Allow yourself to settle into the meditation. So let's do it together. We can sit comfortably where we are. We can put our attention on our breathing. Don't try to control it. And Sahaja Yoga works like our breathing. We don't have to take any courses or read any books to breathe. And Sahaja Yoga, it's a living process. So it's going to happen at that right pace for us. So we're just breathing. And if we've been to earlier classes, we know we have a system of subtle energy centers or chakras. And we also have this pure mothering energy, the Kundalini. And if we put our attention on Kundalini, this feminine energy or mothering energy will rise up and pass through chakra number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and come out the top of our head. So now we can invite this Kundalini energy to rise up by taking our left hand, putting it in front of our body, just a little bit below the navel, and put the right hand around it like this. Okay, so down here, just below the navel, we might be able to even locate Kundalini inside ourselves. And now put the right hand down the outside, up the inside of the left hand, as the left hand steadily rises up the center of our body. And we'll spin our wrists and tie a knot. And this means we want Kundalini to come up and stay up there. Let's do it again. We can tie 2 knots. And a 3rd time, see if we can locate our Kundalini inside. Sometimes it takes a little time to get the attention to settle and go inside and become subtle. And we allow that time. Once again, raise the Kundalini and tie 3 knots. And then we now do a movement that Shri Mataji taught us that helps protect all 7 chakras. So we take the right hand, put it over the left arm, near the left hip, take it up over the top of the head and all the way down to the right hip and back. We do that 7 times. So that was 1, And one of the things I've learned practicing Sahaja Yoga is to do these movements with focus, with intention, with attention. So it does happen. I'll be like on number 3 and I start thinking and then I forget, oh, was that 3 or 2? So I'll just start over. I go, okay, 1, because these are not just ritualistic movements. We're actually settling our attention into a very quiet meditative space. So now we can place our 2 feet in our foot soaking bowl, about room temperature, maybe slightly warmer, whatever is comfortable. Our 2 hands are resting in our lap with the palms up. And many of us now are meditating with a photograph of Shri Mataji because we found that it helps for us to stay in a state of meditation and inner quiet. So we can look at the photograph or we can close our eyes. And either a sensation in our hands or an intuition will tell us that I've been too much in the past. I've been drawn into old habits. I've been kind of emotional. And that's our left channel. And we want that to be purified. So we feel pure emotions, compassion, love. So we can clear the left channel, which just means leaving the left hand on the lap with the palm up and pointing the fingers of the right hand to the earth, or resting the right hand on the earth if we're sitting on the ground. There's many things from the past that have nourished us, supported us, and helped us so much to get where we are today. But for most of us, there'll be many things from the past that we just like to let go of. They're like this extra luggage that's strapped to our ankles and drags around behind us. And we just like to be free of that. So all that stuff that gets in the way, that comes from the past, we offer it to the Mother Earth. Please absorb it, Mother Earth. Today might be the day when you feel that heat or pressure in the left hand clears, and you realize that some of that load is now gone. But it might not happen today, and that's where that attitude of patience comes in, where you say, okay, I'll sit down again tomorrow and see what happens. So now we rest our hands in our lap, both hands with the palms up. We can ask the question to ourselves, am I thinking? Sometimes it's completely silent. Sometimes there's lots of thinking going on, visualizing, arguing, big opinions, big plans. So then we just watch it. And if we feel like we're on that treadmill in the hamster cage, running just to stay in place, we're thinking all the time, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen tomorrow? Nonstop planning and thinking and worrying about what might happen. Then we need to clear out the right side. So we let the right hand just rest with the palm up. We bend the left elbow so the palm of the left hand is facing over our left shoulder. Now our desire is that all the heat, all the stress, just come out the chimney of our left hand. Let all that heat and worry and stress just clear out. Let our right channel, this channel of doing, let that channel cool down. Some days we'll notice that we do get lighter, our breathing changes, the different muscles all over the body start to relax, and the thinking slows down and sometimes stops. We can rest our left hand on our lap. So together, we can put attention on two of our energy centers or chakras. Put attention on the heart chakra, we call number 4. So we can put our right hand in the center of our chest. And with the nonstop feeding to us of bad news through almost every available medium, sometimes we get a little bit panicked. We get a little bit upset and frightened of what's going to happen. We lose our equilibrium. So to calm ourselves down and realize that whatever's going to happen is going to happen whether we worry about it or not, we can use the power of this chakra, the center heart, to calm ourselves down. So 4 times we can inhale slowly and deeply, hold the breath, and then release it. Inhale, hold the breath, and release. And repeat that 3 more times. And the next chakra we can put attention on together is our Vishuddhi, number 5. We can just rest our hand here at the base of the neck. And the principle of this chakra is being with other people in a real way, truly connecting to them, hearing them, listening to them, supporting them, and not in a superficial way, but really feeling our connection. That can go beyond all our thoughts and concepts. We just feel it inside ourselves. This person is part of me. So I want this chakra to be open so that we can actually feel in our conscious central nervous system our connection to other people. Not as a concept, but actually feel the connection. Let me feel my connection to other people. We're inviting our Mother Kundalini to please nourish and open this chakra. Now we can take our right hand, rest it on top of our head. It's the place where the Kundalini energy comes out. So your intuition will find that place. You'll go, that's where that is. It's not a little bit forward or back or side. That's where it is. You just allow that intuition to guide your hand to where your own Kundalini comes through the top of your head and takes your attention into meditation. Raise the right hand up in the air. Find the place where it's silent, where we can feel our connection. Sometimes I've had to sit for quite a while before I could feel the connection. And then the next day, it's almost instant. So every day you just have that attitude of, let's see, am I going to feel that silence? You can raise the left hand over the head, put down the right hand, raise it up, left hand. So we're always inviting the Kundalini. We're not demanding, just inviting. And then very patiently, we see what kind of meditation she will give us today. You can rest both hands on the lap. And we'll sit now for about 2 or 3 minutes in silence together. We can rinse off our feet and set aside the bowl for later. And then 1 more minute together in the silence. So in that same state of stillness, aware of ourselves, but not reacting to anything, we can now absorb the beautiful vibrations and love that flows from Shri Mataji, even in her videos. Let's enjoy watching the video together.
The greatest law of Sahaja Yoga is that it is a collective happening. Now, as you have seen here, people are from abroad, people are from Delhi, people are from Calcutta, people from Bombay, people from villages, people from various places. The idea of all of you coming is to create the understanding of the collective. As people start becoming collective and collective, they do not bother others, they do not trouble others, but they give joy to others. They are not bothered about their going and coming, their eating and everything. They just don't behave like mundane, usual type of people. But they are very patient, saburi as they call it. They are in their patience. Now this patience is the most joy-giving thing. Patience gives you the greatest joy. When you are patient, you develop all your qualities. I think in patience you blossom the best. But patience is not be patient, be patient. Patience is also a kind of a state within us, with just this patience. Saburi as they call it. You just watch and see. Wherever you are, you are. Now some people are worried that they must get into the bus. Some people are worried they must reach back home. Some people are worried they must get their food in time. According to them, this is discipline. This is not. This is conditioning. But what is the discipline is of patience in Sahaja Yoga, where you watch everything and you are patient. If you are in the bus, you are there. If you are standing on the road, you are there. If you are walking on the road, you are there. On the contrary, it's a good idea to walk. I wish I could, but I can't, because once I start walking, everybody will fall at my feet. Nobody would spare me. So I'm just imprisoned inside a house, inside a room, all the day long, because I just can't come out. As soon as I come out, I find there are hosts of people standing outside. But your case is not such. You are free people. They are not bound like me. So it's nice to walk a little bit in the evening time. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Leisurely you can walk. That will digest your food. The food is rather heavy sometimes. It will make you feel better. And just know that you are walking, that's all. To feel that I have to walk, I have to go there. Once you start thinking, you get exhausted sitting here. Even if you have not walked. So it is important that patience should be made the discipline of life. How much patient we are for anything. For anything. Now as you can see, I have to sit here before I don't come, you cannot start. I have to sit here till you finish. You are all free, you can get up, walk about, come whenever you feel like. I am not. How do I manage all this? It's through my patience. But patience is my quality. Is my nature, which I enjoy the most of all. Now, if I am sitting here, if nobody is there, I am enjoying it. If I am lost somewhere, I enjoy it. If I lost my way, I enjoy it. Because I am there to enjoy myself. So I think we should make a practice now. The moon is out. Beautiful moonlit nights. Try to walk down. Especially the Delhi people must walk. They don't just walk. In Delhi it's all right because you cannot walk about, there's danger and all that. But here it's better. You better walk, your health will improve, Sahaja Yoga will improve, Kundalini will improve, you'll feel much better. That's a good part of this remote place, that nobody sees you, nobody is bothered about. You can live whatever way you like, you can walk the way you like, there's nobody to bother. There's no need to have a competition or run about, but just leisurely if you walk is a good idea. I'm not saying it just to save some money out of the buses, but it is just to make you feel more healthy. Just sitting all the time, one feels very funny. Sit here, sit there, go in a taxi, go in a bus, go in a lift. You just don't move your legs. There's no exercise also in Sahaja Yoga. Walking is the best exercise for all the Sahaja Yogis, as I told you. And that's why it is important that you all should try to walk a little bit, if possible. Of course, there are ladies who have children, this and that is all right, old ladies, old men. But even then, it's a good idea to walk half a way and then you can go by buses. Something like that. Try to adjust yourself for these 3-4 days, you'll feel much better. I promise you, you'll feel much better when you walk. Now, there from the patience one has to imbibe within oneself is the sweetness. If you are sweet, you are filled with humor, you do not hurt others, You are not hurt either. You see everything so beautiful and nice. That's the quality of Sri Krishna, Madhurya. Anything can be done with sweetness. That's very important. Now, some people might say, the mother, sometimes you have to get angry and all that. There's no need for you. I can do that dirty job. You don't have to. You don't have to get angry with anyone. You just show your patience, your love, your kindness, your sweetness. That is how the personality of Sahaja Yoga, which is a collective being, is to be built. By people who have patience, who are sweet, outwardly, inwardly. And the third one is the genuineness. Without genuineness, we cannot enter into ourselves. Because our inner being knows what we are. If there's hypocrisy, if there's just showing off, or if there's a kind of a reservation within us, we cannot enter inside. And also the people who come in contact with such people cannot progress. So one has to be very genuine about it. And this is an individual quality, is not a samohic quality. It's not a collective quality. All of us have to be genuine within ourselves. Because it is for our gain, for our hita. So we have to be collective because it is good for us. We have to be patient because it is good for us. And we have to be genuine because it is good for us.
Let's be together in our state of meditation for another minute or two. So I know many of us are eager to get into the breakout rooms. And for some of us, it will be a breakthrough room because of the discoveries that happen when we meditate with other people in Sahaja Yoga. Before we get to the breakout rooms, little patience as I just read a few announcements. So we are in two different courses overlapping today. We have the West Coast course, which runs on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then overlaps with this course on Sunday. And we have the National 21 Days course, which runs Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We also have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, collective Footsoak and meditations. So the details, of course, are on the course website. So the next Pacific time course, the West Coast course, will be working on our attention, working on our ability to tell where are we in our meditation, what are we feeling, how can we go deeper. So it'll be a very useful and practical session of how to really establish the silence. For the West Coast, we also have tremendous resources. You can attend the class, you can see the recordings, and you can also request a mentor and join the WhatsApp group where there's daily messages and course reminders. And there's the QR code for the web page for the West Coast course. For the next national course day, it'll be on Tuesday, and we're calling it the 3 knots of illusion. What on earth are we talking about? Well, you'll learn that there are 3 places in our subtle system in which these can create a blockage, and the Kundalini is not flowing the way it should. So we'll learn about them, and we'll learn how to clear them. There's program resources for the national course as well, and there's its web page and QR code. And just like with the West Coast course, you can work one-on-one with a mentor, join our WhatsApp group, and you get daily messages and reminders about the course. So now, in about 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how quickly our tech people work, we're going to be very patient. It's now time for getting into the breakout rooms. So you might notice